I'm ballin' in this bitch. Yeah. Money stay callin' in this bitch. We ain't worry about none, we celebratin'.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to episode 17 of PulseNation, boys and girls.
Oh, shit!
I got my lovely co-host, Westcott, in the building.
Yes!
We're joined with a lovely, famous information on this one from Dylan Hexastani.
Yes. Famous
And
Phiat,
what is
Phux,
going
Fatty.
on? Famous Phiat.
Damn.
Yeah, exactly. Yo, they have been giving out some airdrops that y'all have already seen. I've heard some rant and raving, all the good stuff. People so happy they got a 5x in the bear market right from the jump. Dude, amazing stuff that you got going on. And we're going to be diving in on this stream today, boys and girls. So let's tune in. Let's have some fun. How you doing, Dylan?
I'm doing pretty good. I am enjoying some little overcast outside today. I can see I had a little bit of a storm earlier, but
Where you at? You in Florida?
Of course, Florida man, born and raised.
Bro, listen, dog.
No, you don't want to be a Florida man.
I personally love being a Florida man. Okay,
dude, I'm about to be a Florida man. I'll be honest with you. But before we get into that, dog, I need a fatty girl, man. You got the fatty girls out there? I heard you got some female friends for me, dog. What's up?
Hey, look, listen. There's plenty down south. Let me tell you.
Hey, man, listen. I'm coming soon, dog. I'm coming for a weekend. You show me around, man. Real shit.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, dog.
But what's up, everybody? It's Thursday. We are just enjoying another lovely day this week. We're 41 days into the Pulsechain launch, boys and girls. Congratulations. You're still early. You're still in the bear market. We're still knocking this out. So if you're accumulating, if you're building that bag, congratulations,
bro.
But
people made it already. People got rich already, man. I don't know what everybody worried about. People done made it already. We just getting started, bro. What's gonna happen 300 days? 300 days from now? My God,
that's a great question.
People aren't ready, man. Talked about it before. They can't handle a 2x. How are they gonna handle a 50?
You don't know.
How are they gonna handle 100?
Hey, bro.
Hey, look, listen. You know, a 2x on a couple $1 million ain't nothing. Let me tell you that.
No, there's a reason why people get into Bitcoin the way they do right now. There's a reason why institutions get in right now with Bitcoin, because Bitcoin really only has a chance of doing maybe another 2 to 5x, which is still good money for the people who got the millions of dollars. So I'm with you in that regard when it comes to that statement. When you have 10 million and you can get a nice little 2x, you get 20 million, you did good. You did good. You got $10, you turn into $20. You didn't do shit. You didn't change your lifestyle or nothing. Yeah, you can get you can get the Big Mac or something. Instead of ordering off the dollar menu, you can go get a Big Mac. You know what I mean? That's what you get. But that's what I'm saying, and that's why people are happy to get into Bitcoin. That's why people are happy to do that, because you got these institutions coming in with millions of dollars. BlackRock, for example. Hello, we got an ETF coming from BlackRock with trillions of dollars, but let alone they just put in a couple of billion. Dude, you get a 2x on $1 billion. Oh my God, you did fucking good. You know what I mean? And they actually have the liquidity to fucking pull that out. Oh my God, you did good, man.
Those guys are happy with 8% per year returns. Like they're through the moon, right? So they just got to sprinkle a little bit in the crypto, and they're just fine. Like those guys.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But what's up, Wes? What you got for us today, man? I know you were hyped to talk to Fatty, famous Phiat.
I got all types of questions. First of all, thank you for the Phiat, man. When that shit launched, oh my God, I said, look at this. I think that was my first airdrop that was some bread, though. I was looking at that shit like, God damn, this is crazy.
Yeah, and it was a free token. It was a free token for the famous sacrificers, right? And then the Phiat guys got also their Phiat, right?
Hey,
I mean, it's a beautiful thing.
Y'all turned me on to sacrificing, because I never sacrificed in my life. And other than Pulsechain and Pulsechain, you know what I mean? But when I seen that was my first time witnessing sacrificing for something and then getting something and seeing, bro, the value was crazy. Way more than what I put it. Yeah. So I'm like, bro, I love that. But y'all fucking piss me off with the new one, dog. I hear this airdrop coming out, PHUX, Phux, get your airdrop claim. I'm like, cool, whatever. Fuck, I'm not gonna pay no attention to that shit. I don't care. And then when it came out, I said, cool, let me go claim my shit. Let me go get my bread. Sure enough, you are getting 0 fucks. So I go to do the research. I'm like, what happened? I sacrificed. I followed the shit. And I see a little thing that says it had to be in your wallet. The sacrifice had to be in the same wallet.
Yeah. So there was 3 groups of people that could have gotten the airdrop this week. Okay. So it was the Pulse sacrificers that kept, from their sacrifice wallet, still had over $1,000 worth of Pulse in their wallet.
Bro, whose idea was that? Whose idea was that?
I'll get to it. And then same thing with PulseX, right? So if you were a PulseX sacrificer and you held at the time of the snapshot of the airdrop, which was June 15th, over $1,000 worth of PulseX in that sacrifice wallet, or if you're an eFiat guy that bought more, inserted more in liquidity versus taken out. So basically, if you net accumulated eFiat, you also got, and if you staked your eFiat, you also got the airdrop. That was this week. Dude. So the thought process was, if we just, the devs, they did it a little weird, okay, which we get, okay, but their thought process was, if they didn't do it that way with the Pulse and Pulsechain wallets, it would have been like 600,000 wallets or some shit like that, like some stupidly large number of wallets, right? So 3 Arrows tried to filter out as much as he could so that the users that could claim could get more, than pennies.
Dude. My God. Yep. Yeah, now you keep saying this week. What is this? What the fucks does that mean? Is there another week? Another airdrop? What does that mean, dog?
Sir, there indeed will be multiple rounds, and they will go to different people.
Oh shit! Let's go! Yes. Dude, if I could get $300, I'm good, bro. Just give me something, dog. God damn, I mean,
yo. Buck has been asking around for sacrifice lists, so like I don't know, the files for the dollar amounts that have been sacrificed to certain projects, like Liquid Loans, Power City, some of these other guys, right? And then maybe those communities will get an airdrop of free PHUX tokens. That'll be pretty cool.
Dog. Come on, ain't nobody sacrificed for those. Come on. Come on, man. Hook me up, man. Get somebody who's just sacrificed for. You just explained it, the whole wallet thing. It's gonna be too many people getting money. Is that what it is?
Yeah. So there's going to be more rounds. So you may be eligible for the next couple of ones, right?
Squeeze me in, man.
Stay tuned. Yeah. That's the best you can do. Okay. But so it'll be a little bit more clear for entrant acceptability for these airdrops and stuff as time goes on. This was the first time we tried to do this, so just bear with us. We're trying to give the devs are trying to give away this coin for free, okay? And it's just not easy. It's actually pretty hard. So
no, I bet, dude. Nah, but that's awesome what you guys are doing, man. Shout out to everybody that got that airdrop. I hope you're doing the right things. I hope you're holding on to that thing. I hope you're exploring. That's a lot of money to play with, man. Don't mess it up. Shout out to the chat, man. Go ahead.
Shit. I mean, I really liked buying eFiat while it was falling, and I got a nice little airdrop of PHUX. I'm very happy. So,
bruh, tell me about eFiat, right? Okay, what is the point of it now? Is it still a thing? Is it still?
It's still a hedge for Pulsechain, right? There's still all of the value is basically still on ETH, as in you have actual real billionaires sitting on the Ethereum chain. Okay, we have paper billionaires sitting on Pulse. A couple of them. Okay,
right.
Godwill. Actually, I think maybe Godwill and the OA. I think that's pretty much it.
I love how you phrase that. Paper billionaires.
Yeah,
I love it.
I mean, listen, if you go on Fatty and you look at, if you go to the Whale Watch and you just look at Godwill's address or addresses that we've accumulated, he literally he used to have $1 billion, but now it's like 800 million or some shit like that, right? And a lot of that is in the Hex ecosystem, which there is not, $400 million of liquidity yet. So theoretically, he can't get out of that position if he wanted to. Yeah.
Correct.
But he can take some profit, right? He could get something out that bitch, right?
Yes, but he has to do it slowly.
But he can't cash out that whole thing, though.
Yeah, you can't do it all at once. No. Yeah, you gotta be slow. Yep. So
what if he tried to? Like, is it slippage he's gonna catch? Like what? So he's just not gonna get close to what's in there.
Yeah. So if you click on the actual Godwill name,
there
you go, right there, and then it'll show you all of his shit once it loads. But yeah, so like on Pulse, I mean, there's you have USDC, USDT, and then DAI, and there's about $30 million of bid side support for those coins.
Oh shit!
And then you have Wrapped Bitcoin and Wrapped Ethereum, and then there's about $20 million of bid side liquidity for those two coins.
Got you.
So, if he wanted to sell all of his Pulse and PulseX, he might get out, 10, 20, 30, like $50 million if he literally spends it to zero.
Wow. So he has to. So if he was in a pinch and needed 50 million real quick, he could get that, but he can't get that close to $1 billion now. Is what you're trying to say? Like
no. Not
got
really.
you.
Nope. I mean, he's sitting on a lot of ETH. Like he can, he can take out ETH all he wants.
Yeah. Okay.
If you scroll down right there on ETH, he's sitting on $234 million of Ethereum.
Oh, facts. Yo, shout out
to Gucci.
Yeah, shout out to the guy.
Yeah, shout out to Godwill for sure. I mean, that's just one of those things that if you look at that, that's exactly how you end up in that position. Y'all want to see millions of dollars. He's been holding that since Genesis Ethereum, y'all.
That's right.
That means launch of Ethereum. If y'all don't understand what Genesis ETH means, that means he's been holding it since launch. He's been there. Hasn't sold it, hasn't traded out, hasn't bought back, and I'm sure he's done it with other crypto and other things. But the ETH that he held that thing, and it's been 8 years.
How much does he have? ETH?
He had
125,000.
125,000 ETH.
Yeah,
bruh.
And I mean that's just some of the wallets. Because if you imagine, I know I have my funds split in multiple places that I'm sure if people were to go track, you wouldn't be able to track it back to me, and I'm sure he's probably in a similar situation. That's all I'm saying. So I'm guessing he probably holding a lot more than just 125,000 ETH. Let's just leave it like that.
Hey, Godwill, man, just throw me like 30 of them joints. I'll be all right. It ain't crazy. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm holding a lot more than 125,000 Pulse. I'm feeling good about that because 8 years from now, my God, you never know. You never know. Real talk.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
but,
go ahead.
Yeah, talking about Pulse, I sold my Pulse, guys.
You sold your Pulse X?
Yeah, dude, when I first got on Pulse, the first thing I did was sell my Pulse X. What are you talking about?
So you sacrificed, waited 2 years, and was like, I'm out.
So listen, I sacrificed about $3,000 between both of them.
Oh my!
That is shocking that you only did.
I did not want to sack. Nope.
Why is the question?
Oh well, because I liked Hex a lot more at the time, so I didn't sacrifice much.
Come on.
I know a lot of Hexkins in a similar situation.
Yep.
A lot of Hexkins didn't even sack for Pulse, but they actually went harder on Pulse.
They got FOMO for PulseX. Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
are you telling me that Hex is better than Pulsechain?
Well, I think. Well, think about it like this, right? Pulsechain is supposed to be cheaper than Ethereum, faster than Ethereum, right? So more efficient, all that jazz. And the literal use case of Hex is to be the store of value, right? So inherently, theoretically wise, Pulsechain can't be expensive, right? Because then the gas fees will be expensive, and then all of this is pointless. So what needs to be expensive is the store value of the chain, which would be Hex, right? So, that's my thought process there. That's why I hold a lot of PHEX, and I don't hold very much.
For fuck's sake.
Is this an agenda, man? Is this an agenda? He said, for fuck's sake. Is this an agenda, man? Are you trying to get our viewers to sell all their Pulsechain, man? What you trying to do, dog?
Hey, listen, hold that shit forever, man. When I
Hey, let me listen, Dylan. Man, what was your first experience into crypto? What helped you get to? Would you say you're well off, bro? Would you say you're
haven't
finished?
worked since November.
You haven't worked since November, and you don't see yourself working no more.
Nope.
Bro, what was the coin that did that for you, though?
Well, Hex, of course. I mean, shit.
It was
yes,
Hex.
sir.
Yeah. Wow.
Yes, sir.
Do you mind talking about how old you are? Or you don't want to get into that?
26. I just turned 26
bro.
a couple weeks ago.
Did you retire? Okay, so by November, so you were 25.
I was 25. Yeah.
Yo, ATX, enjoy the show, man. I'm gonna get out of here, though.
I got shit to do. I gotta go handle my business. No, man, congratulations on the amazing
25 retired, dog. Damn.
Yep. But listen, I am mentally prepared to go homeless. Let's put it that way.
Oh, okay.
Right. So, if things go belly up, I'm fine. I'll go back to work. It is what it is. But I think I'm well positioned for the bull market. If it doesn't come, blood may be in the water and I may have to go back to work. But no.
So are you a Hex OG?
Yeah, I've been in since day one. So I'll tell you my story. I found out about crypto when I was like in high school, right? So this was, 2010, 2011. But it was because of the dark web, right? And I thought that was really fucking cool. Okay.
You were doing naughty things.
Yeah, I was looking at all of the, the illicit activities that you could do on the dark web. I was like, this shit is insane. I can't believe this is real, right?
Yeah.
And then, I saw this thing called Bitcoin on there. And then like, that's the only way you could buy this stuff. And I was like, what the hell is this shit? This is weird as hell. I was just more focused on the things that you could buy. And so I didn't really care to look into it. I just knew that it existed, right? Fast forward, graduated high school. I'm a working man now. And then 2017, I keep hearing about Bitcoin, right?
Hold on. You're a working man. Where were you working? What would you do before crypto? Like, what were you? Were you working at Chick-fil-A? What were you doing?
I was flipping tires. I was doing automotive work. I was doing grunt work at an accessory store for off-road trucks and everything.
Wow. Gotcha.
And I really like doing that. I learned a lot of shit doing that. My family literally grew up around cars and like building cars, right?
Nice.
Okay.
So let's get the team, man. Yeah.
But yeah. So when I was a young whippersnapper, that's what I was doing. Found out about Bitcoin at the top in December of 2020 or 2017. And I thought that shit was way too expensive. So I bought Ethereum instead, and I bought it at around like $500. Okay.
Genius.
And
wait, it was $500 per Ethereum?
Yeah. Yep.
Damn. God damn.
And
that was expensive back then too.
That was near the top.
Yeah.
So I bought Ethereum with the money that I had. And then I watched Bitcoin top. That night I was watching the charts, just so happened to just watch it go up to 19.8 or something like this, right? And then I wake up the next morning and it's around 18 grand, $17,000, and I was like, this shit is nuts. I was hooked, right?
Wow.
Like anybody would be. Okay.
Wow.
Like we all got them bug, man. We all got that bug.
That bug, man. Yeah,
shit,
exactly.
Yeah, I mean, fuck. Yeah. And I watched Ethereum top, and I thought I was the smartest guy in the world. Like, fuck, I put a little bit of money in this shit. Now I'm up 300%. Like, it went up to $1,500.
Wow.
I watched it in January top. I didn't sell a fucking thing because that's just what you do.
That's what you do. That's what I did. We all do it.
I'm gonna be fucking rich, right? I didn't sell anything. I started learning about crypto as much as I could. Learned about all things finance every single day. Just your head in the books, kind of just researching as much as I could. I consolidated my Ethereum bag into Bitcoin at like 0.006 or whatever. Before it started to fall off a cliff, I sold all my Ethereum for Bitcoin and I consolidated. Right?
Wow. Bold move.
Yeah. And then I finished accumulating my Bitcoin at the end of 2018 in November, and then it halved. So it went down 50%, from $6 grand to $3 grand. And I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna let it ride out and then and just wait, right?
Smart.
Around that time, I found Richard. And then I like to hear what he had to say because I was obviously all in Bitcoin. And, he was saying some intelligent things. He would, he wasn't afraid of being a dickhead to people and, telling it like it is. So I really enjoyed that. Right.
Yeah.
And then when Hex came out, I was excited about that. And I was there for day one. I don't know if you guys were there day one, but, I remember sitting in my grandparents' sunroom on the computer. Right. And like the website had went down for something or something like an hour before it actually launched on day 2, which, I just still remember that to this day, but yes, anyways, FOMO'd in day 1, forgot about it for a little while, joined the chats in February, in 2020, tried to buy in like April of 2020. And then I got funds stuck on Coinbase, and Godwill had bought and doubled the price, and so I bought after Godwill, But yeah, that's pretty much I went all into Hex in 2020. So and now.
Damn. So you said you bought after Godwill?
Yes. So that was one of the buys. Like I did the Stimmy check buy, right? So I got a stimulus check, and a bunch of the people in the community made a fuck ton of money from just buying on when they got the stimulus check, right? So I did that, and then I tried to buy before Godwill because I was just trying to buy,
right?
I bought after him, but it was still like a 16th of a penny or some shit, so it was really cheap, anyways.
Wow.
And then I went all in like September of 2020. So.
Now,
here. This is where Godwill. This is that.
Yeah, that's where I bought. So I bought at 0016.
Okay, so you're up here, but still, I mean, to break it, to put it down in a simple term, y'all. That's even when it goes up to a penny, that's still 10 extra money at minimum, right? Like you gotta, and that's not even including all the interest earned during the time because you've been staked and you've actually accumulated this stake that way. There's so many benefits to Hex that people are sleeping on, man. I don't think you fully understand how this all works. And even at the current prices right now, you can still be up plenty of your money, y'all.
That's true.
I just wanted to share that real fast because I think that's kind of what Wes was trying to get at.
Yo, Dylan, when you got in, your mindset, was Richard talking about the 10,000x at the time?
So, all right, let me tell you something.
Like, what did you think was... Okay, go ahead.
I thought that because I sat here and I told my buddy, I had a conversation with him before Big Payday. I said, listen, look, you're gonna throw $50 at this, okay?
$50.
I was like, just throw some money at it, okay? For the love of God, please, right? And he's like, all right, I'll throw $50 at it. I was like, okay, all right. I told him, I said, listen, I think that if this shit's at 10 cents by 2026. I think that's a great, that's a great return on investment. That's what I was thinking at the time. This is 2020, right? I was not expecting this shit to go to 50
weren't
cents.
Expecting it.
No.
Okay. So, continue, dog.
Yeah. And so I bought $500 at that time to mirror his buy. Okay. And, I staked it for a little bit longer, but he staked it to like 2024 or something like that. On his daughter's birthday,
right.
That's when it'll end. But yeah, I mean, he's still up on that buy before Big Payday, especially with all the interest that he's accrued. So he's happy.
So your mindset didn't expect this thing to do what it did, right?
No.
So when people think Pulsechain and PulseX can't do these things, are we what's going on here, bro? Is it like, because you've been through this, you've experienced this, so are people going to be shocked at what these things do in the future? Like, are we going to get some crazy thing that we didn't expect? Or do you think, no, that time has gone, we're not getting no crazy gains like back in the day? Like, what do you think, man?
So
what's your mindset now getting into, because you got out of Pulsechain and PulseX, but
I did some, just to preface this, I did a little bit of arbitrage plays, and I got around I would say 450 million Pulse. Okay. And I sold all of that. Now I'm just sitting in cash with all that Pulse. Like, I don't want it. I want to wait for the dump. Okay. And
at the top, you got rid of 450 million.
Yeah, I sold half of it at 3018, and then sold the rest at 3026.
So you're sitting in cash.
Sitting in cash. That's right.
And you didn't buy back into Pulse.
Nope, haven't bought back in yet. Nope.
But you bought in the Hex with that money from Pulse?
I did not buy in with that money, but yes, I have a lot of PHEX.
Okay, so you're still sitting on that bread. You're still sitting on that bread.
Yes, I'm well positioned if this thing starts to run away. That's yes.
Okay, so what's the plan, dog? Where is that bread going?
That bread is either gonna go and buy the dip, or it's gonna go into like
what dip? What dip? Who's dip? Who's dipping?
Hey, listen. You want me to get real with you, man? Like, is there money coming over the bridge? Is Richard talking about it? Is he streaming? Does he give a shit about it right now?
There's going to be bigger dips.
I have no idea, but I'm ready for it if it is, right? I'm happy if it continues to run up. I'm happy.
You're not scared?
I'm happy.
You're not scared if it takes off on you?
No, listen. I have
because you got a ton of money.
Position. I have a cash position, right? And then I have a lot of exposure to PHEX. So it's basically all in bet. If Pulse goes up, PHEX is going to go up anyways. So
that's how I feel, bro. I don't care really what happens because I got my position set in what I want it set in. So you're just you're like, dude, like, okay, if I miss out on this, I fucking won over here. No big deal.
Exactly. It's okay. I'm fine.
Got you. You're not greedy.
I can accept it running away. I'm perfectly fine with the market running away. I make more money if the market runs away anyways. So
yeah, that's dope, man. See, that's a dope mentality to have, bro. So are you like getting into this farming and shit? Are you worried about INC? Are you doing any of that, man? Or
I farmed a little bit of INC and then I stopped. I just didn't want to do it. Nope.
Me too.
But I imagine someone who's been in the game. Have you done any sort of farming before? Have you messed with other protocols? Have you done that kind of stuff? No, so you found Hex and was like, Hex.
You're talking about Hex maximalist here, buddy.
Yeah. You said you found Hex and Hex saved you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So
I love that, man. We got a real Hexican, bro. Real Hexican on the stream right here. That's what a Hexican is, man. You fuck with Hex, dog.
That's right.
Damn.
Yeah,
so hey, man, we got time, man. I'm just going to say it, dog. What is so you didn't know what Hex was going to do when you first got into it.
Nope, that's right.
How are you feeling about it now? Like, can it shock the world now? Are we talking $5 Hex at the top of the bull? What are we talking about?
I would be very happy if it went to $5. Yeah,
but you don't think so. But you don't think so.
I would also be very happy if we just broke the previous all-time high. I think I would be very happy then too. Okay.
So you set yourself up to win regardless.
Yeah, I would be ecstatic if we even got to 10 cents. Like,
you motherfucker, hey, man, you better throw me a party with all that money you got. Man. It's you got a lot of money, dog. You got a lot of money, man.
Like, I would be happy if, if we just reclaimed the all-time high. I do think that money will start coming back into the system. Okay. Rates have paused. I think that that's a positive sign. I think that we'll kind of grind here for a little while, and then you'll start to see liquidity coming back into the crypto economy, I guess. Okay.
Right.
And then when that happens, I think that we'll perform very well. Risk adjusted, we could do very well.
Wow.
I think that Pulsechain will move alongside of Ethereum. So, if Ethereum does, like a 4x or something like that, or 5x, I think that we can do, like a 50x, right, on Pulse.
Got you.
I think that's well within reason. Okay. And if Pulse does a 50x, I mean, Jesus Christ, Hex is going to do, probably much better than that anyways, just because of.
Hold on, bro. Hold on. Because I'm a little slow, right? You said 50x?
If Ethereum does well, yeah. What do you think? You think this shit's gonna go up 1,000x? Like, come on.
Wait, hold on. Hold on. Dylan, dog. Hold on. Top of the bull. You're saying you think Pulse could do a 50x at best?
I think that would be a very good. Yes, that would be amazing.
Come on, Dylan. You killed me.
Yes. I'd be pleasantly surprised if we went higher. Like,
Yo, Oh shit. Yo, dude. You've been hanging out with Wendy's, huh? You've been hanging out with Wendy's and Motley.
I like Wendy's. I like hanging out with Wendy's, yes.
50x.
Yeah. I mean, listen, dude, you got to imagine. In Hex, not very many people bought with substantial bags, okay?
Okay.
Whereas with Pulse, a lot of people bought with substantial bags. Okay?
Not really a lot. I mean, come on, break down the numbers. Yeah. How many people sacrifice above $10,000?
I have no idea.
What I do know, I would say less than 5,000.
What I do know
that
is
ain't
that
much, man.
$750 million or $800 million roughly was sacrificed for Pulsechain. Okay,
right.
To get a 10x on that is actually a very hard thing to do. Okay, let alone a 50x or 1,000x. Right. So that sacrifice number, right? We can assume that the OA doesn't count in this equation, right? So roughly $1 billion, let's say. Okay, let's overestimate just for simplicity. And 1,000x on $1 billion, like, guys, that is a shitload of money. That is not like a pop shoot, right? Like Hex, to get the returns that it got, it was almost worth like 7 figures at one point. Okay, like that is what we're talking about. Why Hex got to 10,000x. Okay, Pulsechain, it's starting at about $1 billion, right? So if we dip lower, and if we have sub sacrifice levels, then we can do a 10,000x, right? But it would have to get really cheap. You know what I mean? And you'd have to buy the bottom, which many people don't do. So yeah, I think if we have a dip, there's no reason why we can't do a 1,000x or something like that if we have a nasty dip. Okay. But
how nasty are we talking? We talking like stripper licking the booty, that nasty type shit, like tongue in between the ass cheeks type nasty. Like how nasty?
Mean, people going back to work type nasty. I mean, shit. Like it could get really bloody. It is what it is. Like think about it. These guys that sacrificed millions of dollars, a couple of them that do exist, they're still up, 2.5x at break even for everybody else. You know what I mean?
So we need pain. We need pain to get the numbers that we want. We need people to break.
That's what I think. Yeah. Yes. That's my opinion.
I ain't fucking mad at you. Shit. Hey, man. I think we're going to do a lot better than that. But I love, I love hearing the other side, bro. I think that's necessary, man. Yeah, definitely.
Hey, I'm just a simple man, and that's my opinion.
Yeah.
So that's it.
Yeah. That's cool. Yeah. So,
but I just break it down to some people, you know what I mean? Like even assuming, you said 50x just to make sure I got the numbers correct.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's a great number. I think that's an optimistic number. I would be happy with that. Yeah.
So even with the average person, we'll say $5,000. I don't know where the average is anymore. I have no idea. I'm definitely not knowledgeable when it comes to that. Still turning that into $250,000. Now
that's not a joke. That's a lot of money.
No, it's definitely not. But do you think the 50x stays there? Because we got cycle 1, cycle 2, cycle 3. You already know the cycles of crypto. And so let's just go into cycle 2 then. Let's just assume and let's have a fun little thought process of where you think you get a 50x the first cycle. Where do you see second cycle going from bottom to top, not from 50x above that? I want to know from bottom to top. Where do you see it going cycle 2?
Shit, man, you're making me, you're stretching me here.
Yeah. This is 2 years, fucking a week from now is a stretch. A month from now is a stretch.
True, yeah.
2 years from now is a fucking stretch. We're just shooting in the goddamn dark. So what's the difference between guessing 2 years between 2 years and 6 years? You know what I mean? Like, come on, man.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think dips are in order. I think that with Pulsechain, we kind of skipped the infant phase. I don't think we're like an asset that's an infant. We're kind of moving at a very rapid pace, I think. Regarding our volatility, I do think that we are going to be less volatile than Hex was in the beginning. I do think that. I think that we will be probably more stable on the way down and on the way up. So I don't think we'll get like a 90% correction like we did on Hex. I just like if we do this massive run up, like say we do the 50x on Pulse, right? I think 85-90% dip, it would be like maximum blood kind of thing. And then if we get that second cycle, if I don't know, man. Maybe we repeat it again. Maybe we do another 50x. I have no idea. Maybe we do more.
You think 250 total, somewhere in that ballpark?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
and again, dude, I'm not. I break this down. The reason why I'm asking the question, Dylan, I'll explain why. The reason why I'm asking the question is because people want to get rich in crypto, and it's definitely possible for many people. You, myself, and many other people included.
Yeah.
It's very possible to make your riches in crypto. Sometimes you get lucky and strike gold right from the jump. Sometimes you have to wait a few years and a few cycles to make it happen.
That's right.
And the reason why I asked that is because that same $5,000, if you were to hold it, just like the God will, like we were looking at earlier, for the 6 years, and you get up to a 250x, you turn that then into 1.25 million, assuming you didn't buy anything else during the entire time, which I would be fucking shocked if you did that. I would wonder why you're in crypto if you never got anything else. But long story short, you got 5,000, you held it for 6 years. I'm just curious as to see what would happen. And looking at that would still turn into around 1.25 million in 6 years. And I guarantee most people's jobs, you don't really have the luxury or chance to accumulate $1.25 million in the next 6 years. So I break it down that way because, yeah, it sounds bearish to some people who may not be in the position, but you got to understand, guys, sometimes if you start small, you're going to have to wait a little bit longer. I just want, I shared that because when you're coming in big and heavy, the reason why people can do things with Bitcoin right now, and we had this conversation off stream a little bit, or maybe even on stream, BlackRock ETF on stream. So people are coming in heavy with millions of dollars, billions of dollars in Bitcoin right now, which is cool. That's okay. They just need a 2x. They got it. You know what I mean? For other people with $5,000 as a beginning investment, maybe you got to wait 6 years. And I'm just throwing it out there. These are all possibilities. No one has a freaking crystal ball. We can't predict the future. We just want to see what's possible. And to say what's possible, 250x in 6 years. Where are you going to find that in the fiat world? Not the PHIAT fiat world, but where are you going to find it in the legacy traditional TradFi world?
Exactly.
So you can't, basically what you're saying is you can't lose, either way, you're still going to gain. You're still going to gain, but
you can't lose. And sometimes you got to set yourself, some crazy low expectation because, dude, if you got the moon math the whole time, my friends, my fam, you're going to be sadly disappointed. I think even your friend Tommy says it best. Okay. Everyone's going to hope for a 10,000x. And what if we get 9,000x, right? I'm just saying, like, you got the opposite end as well. What if we get 9,000x and people don't sell because they're waiting for the fucking 10,000x? Like, the same exact thing's going to happen. And so just be ready for both spectrums, guys. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. It's the 5 Ps we go over all the freaking time. Because if you plan for the worst and expect the best, then you can at least make a plan as to what could happen if that was to be the case. Turning a 50x on people's money is massive. If I said I can 50x your money in 2 years, you're going to be like, oh my God, tell me more. Yeah. But for whatever reason, people in this world of crypto here,
at that number.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, fucking 50x. I don't get out of bed for fucking 50x. Like, shut up, man. When have you ever got a 50x before, right?
All right, Dylan. So if that's your thoughts on Pulsechain, what the fuck are you thinking for PulseX, dog? What the fuck are you thinking?
You really want to know?
Yes, I want to know. And then I'm gonna kick you off the show. That's what I'm gonna do next. I need to know. What's up, man? What's up?
I mean,
10x.
I really don't think about PulseX. So, there's that.
Got you. Okay, so what is PHUX then? Is PHUX a DEX?
PHUX is a DEX, yes.
How well is that gonna do? 10,000x?
I have no idea.
Exactly.
It would be irresponsible for me to speculate on PHUX. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
But what I can say is that it has a lower value than PulseX does. Okay. PulseX raised a shitload of money, right? This is an airdrop. It's basically free. Okay. People are buying it. People are selling it. Okay. It could do multiples. It could go down 99%. I have no idea. Okay.
Okay.
We kind of have Yeah. The cool thing about PHUX is that you get a share of the revenue of the platform, which has an inherent value. Okay. So it will be worth something. And I'm sitting here looking at it now. There's about $12 million of TVL on there in just about a week, which is pretty impressive. Okay. And it has a stable bridge, stable coin pool, where you here, I'll share my screen with you so I can show you this stuff.
Okay, let's do it, man.
Yeah, give me a second. Window.
What's up, chat? How y'all doing? Crypto Bigfoot in the building, cooking it. Shot the lot to Denise. Yes, spill the beans, Dylan. What you talking about, Denise? You switching sides?
They all want to know the pulse.
Switching sides?
They all want to know. No. Denise wants to know the beans on the PulseX, man.
Hey, man.
But she already knows, man. Denise and OG and my streams. Much love to Denise. Much love to all the freaking people who come watch PulseNation. Come check us out. Come enjoy the vibes, guys. We're going to keep it real all the time, no matter what. And it's a conversation that we're having. Sometimes these conversations got to be had too, man. Because again, what if, man? Like shit, what if it only does a 50x? Well, fuck. Congratulations. Hopefully you were ready for it. You know what I mean? Because if not, then you're going to be expecting at least 300x or 1000x or whatever. And some people are thinking they're going to retire in 2 months, 2 years, whatever the case may be. And so just set yourself up for all the different approaches, man. No matter what, bro. We bullish as fuck over here. I'll tell you that much. We bullish, bro. We bullish over here, man. We seen the layer ones, we seen the dexes, we seen what's happened. Now again, there hasn't been that much economic energy come into these before. So like Dylan said earlier, it's already almost more of a stable situation. But we don't know what the fuck's gonna be possible in the future, guys. Crypto is what? 1% of the population, 2% of the population. I don't fucking know. It's not that many people. So I'm bullish as hell over here.
Would you say you had a magic carpet ride with Hex?
As in like elevated financially? Yes, of course.
So why can't the black guys get a magic carpet? Why you waiting on it? So the white guy can win, but the black guy, he can't get no carpet ride? And black guy get a 50x? That's all I get.
Listen, this is not a race thing, sir. Come on.
Yeah, hey man, I don't know. This sounds like racist on the show, dog. The black guy can't get. I get a 50x at best, but you get the.
I have no idea.
You get the 10,000. Okay.
Listen here. Look, I'll give you this. This is what I think. Okay, with PulseX. All right. I literally haven't paid attention to it. Once it gets really cheap, I will probably buy a little bit of PulseX if it gets cheap enough, right? And then you can have the 10,000x. Right? Like naturally, if it goes down a shitload, you're more likely to have that extremely high multiples. Okay. But like I said, when when Pulsechain launched, I immediately sold my PulseX. I didn't want it. I didn't want anything to do with it.
That being said, make sure y'all buy the dips. That's what I'm getting from this. Buy dips.
Be ready. Yeah. Be greedy with the dips. That's what I'm doing. Now. Listen, like I said, I'll say it again. I'm not going to be sad if I miss the dip. I will be happy sitting in stable coins. Okay.
Yeah, you won. You won already. You're a winner, dog.
I don't, I am well positioned if the market runs away. I don't care if I don't buy the dip. I would like to buy the dip. I actually want to buy more PHEX at a certain price. I want about 10 million more PX, but I have to wait. And I'm not going to overpay for it. So I'm going to be really greedy. Personally, but
nice.
As far as like we're getting a bounce on Pulse, it's okay. Yeah. I think it's time based.
The only question I would have is, tell me you at least let yourself a moon bag, boy. Tell me.
Yeah,
I said it like 3 times now. Moon bag.
I am very positioned for the price to go up.
Okay, because man, I see these motherfuckers just straight up get out, bro, and I can't tell you how dumb of a play that is, man. That is not the savvy crypto play, no matter what. Because look, if you in meme coins, if you in stable coins, if you in blue chip coins, if you in whatever kind of crypto you in, have yourself a moon bag, guys. Like, for shit's sake, just do a small portion of your bag. Like, I don't care if you only keep 5%, 1%. I don't care what you keep, 10%. Just keep something. because you don't know what's gonna happen, man. We ain't got no crystal ball. So if you keep $1,000 and that shit goes and does 1,000x, congratulations, you just got yourself $1 million on that one. You know what I mean? 10 million.
I definitely have much more than $1,000 of exposure to this ecosystem. I'll tell you that right now.
For sure. Yeah, that's $1
million. I love this stream because you're gonna shake out a lot of people, dog, and that just means more money for you, dog. I'm excited.
That's not the goal here. I'm just telling you what I'm doing. That's all.
No, I love exactly. I love it, Dylan. I love it, bro. I'm gonna watch this shit in 2 years. I'm gonna revisit this stream, dog. I can't wait. But we're gonna be sitting on an island. We're gonna be chilling. We're gonna be drinking. We're gonna have a good time. It's gonna be great, bro. It's gonna be. I can't wait, dog. I can't wait, man. I'm excited.
So
he says Buck is even more bearish on PulseX.
Dude.
I try to be nice, but Buck does not give a fuck. So yeah, he's very bearish.
Yo, Buck did well, bro. Buck's doing this thing. Hey, man, Dylan, should we launch a coin, man? Is that what we should do? Is that what you told us we should do? Should we put a coin out?
I mean, you can, Hey,
are you like on the team? Meaning like they? Well, I guess we can't get into that, right? Are they hooking you up?
No, we can. Yeah, no.
Oh, they pay. You getting paid?
Yeah,
bro, I'm helping them out. Y'all hiring?
I'm helping them out. I do not have any sort of like oversight or like any sort of direction on what's happening on the back end or building anything, right? I'm literally just here, to talk and to help out, right?
And you getting a check cut too?
Yeah, I helped out. I'm not doing this for free.
Good
That's
shit.
For sure. I get like a 1% of Fiat, 1% of Phamous, and that's it. So.
Oh, that's dope, man.
And here's a to make it simple on that, guys. It's so good. Appreciate you sharing that information too. But it's always good.
It's better to be straightforward about this shit, and it's you're supposed
God
to
forbid,
anyway.
Someone's gonna.
If people are being sneaky about it.
Yeah,
that's a red flag, sir. That's not good. You shouldn't do that.
And it's good to hear other people's perspectives too, guys. Because again, if you got somebody in your corner to either telling you get out, look, it works both ways. If you got someone in your corner telling you get out, and that's all they ever say to you, and that's all they ever do, and that's all you ever hear, eventually you succumb to that shit, no matter what. Like you get something happens, you break. And if you have someone on the moon side that says we're going up to 1,000,000x, and all you end up getting is we'll say 50, 100,000, 10,000x, whatever the case would be, your expectations are so high. It's like going to see a movie that you've had so hyped. It's the best movie ever. This is the best movie ever. And you go see it and you're like, that's all right. You know what I mean? Because your expectations were fucking through the roof, right? And so you got to have both angles, guys. And then that is what is coming up with your own investment thesis means. Right? It's taking in all of this information. It's not trying to combat it or argue or change their mind about it, because we're not here for that, man. I'm not trying to tell Dylan that he's wrong in his mindset. I'm not trying to share anyone in that regard. I want to take in all the information, and then I can come up and formulate my own investment thesis. This is what we are here for, y'all.
Yes.
This is why we are in crypto. You take the good, you take the bad, and you figure out how to make it fucking work. Okay. So all of this, all the FUD, all the outside, all the noise outside of our community. We got haters outside of our community that don't. You post in the crypto community right now. Go to Reddit. Post anything about any RH project. Fucking done.
Hey man, I love what you just said. You have to stick to your plan, dog. Like Dylan's sticking to his plan. ATX got his plan. I got my plan. Stick to your plan, dog, and you gonna win regardless. If you in a RH token, you're gonna get something. All right. So it is what it is, bro.
Shit.
Oh man, you in trouble. We in trouble now, dog.
Shit.
In trouble. Yo, Buck, we gotta talk. What the fuck is going on, dog?
Good morning, sir.
Fuck is up, Buck?
You paying this guy? Come on, man. Get me on the team, man. I'm a little more positive than that.
Is Dylan fudding things again?
You don't know.
Everything
I tried my best not to, sir.
Everything goes up 10,000x. It's guaranteed.
But sir, why not a million?
It's guaranteed.
Hey, bro, I'm mad that y'all got to ride the magic carpet ride, and all of a sudden you sweep it from under us. We don't get to ride it too. Like, what kind of shit is that, man? What's going on? What's going on?
Hey, look, we didn't think that Hex was gonna go up, man.
Well, it's this comment right here. It says it all.
The amount of FUD that we got with Hex is through the roof of what we're getting right now in Pulse. Like, you guys have no earthly idea the shit we used to go through back in the day. Jesus Christ, no. Like, the there was the recycling FUD. There was the it's a Ponzi FUD, which was stupid, but still there was that it could hack your Bitcoin wallet. There was that Richard was going to steal all the money and dump everything. Right. There was always the OA FUD. Like the OA alone was a humongous pill to swallow for very many people. Like that was like if you could get past that, you would be able to stomach it and you would be rewarded. Obviously, right? As we saw, but nothing like the FUD that we're getting now. Like this is like what do you call it? Like little pebbles being thrown at you, right? This is nothing. Like we were getting rocks, massive rocks being thrown at us constantly, all the time.
Dylan, did
all
you
over
go?
Twitter.
My bad. My bad. Keep going.
All over Reddit. Like you thought it's bad now. Back then, you made any sort of mention of Hex and your shit was instantly deleted on the R cryptocurrency subreddit, on the R Bitcoin subreddit, on any sort of altcoin subreddit, your shit was deleted. Like, bro, it is not like it was, now like it was back then. I'll tell you that right now. And obviously there's, 20x more people in the Pulsechain ecosystem than there was when Hex first came out. There's, I would go out on a limb and say, I think the first day that Hex came out, there was like $3 million worth of ETH that was given to the adoption amplifier, right? Dude, on the first day of Pulsechain, does anybody have like almost like $400 million or some shit in the first day? Like the contrast is drastic. You know what I mean? So, you guys gotta like, be happy with what you can get, right? So, 50x would be amazing.
Be happy with what you can get. Ain't that some bullshit? You see how they do us, yo? The rich guys get to come in here and tell us, hey, man, y'all missed the boat. Y'all missed the party. We made it already. Good luck to y'all. Good luck. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
I mean, if you want higher returns, you got to go further out on the risk curve, man. Pulsechain is higher up, regarding risk than Hex was back in the day. Dude, Hex was extremely risky back then. Like all the things I just mentioned were reasons why not to buy it, right? Which turned out to be opportunity. Okay. So you got to go farther out on the risk curve to be able to get those sort of insane returns, right? So, things with low market caps, things with product market fit, things with viable communities that are behind them, shit like that, right? So
got you. Yo, Buck, man, y'all hiring, dog? How much you paying this guy, dog? Come on, man.
I'm gonna say it's too much.
I think too much.
I mean, anything like I think Dylan should pay me. Based on the work he does. It's
that's what's up, man. Hey, yo, Buck, that's dope, man. That you found somebody in the community and you hook it up. That's fire, dog. I like that. Yeah. I like the relationship y'all got going, man. That's cool. Because I didn't think he was getting paid. Yeah.
Dylan's like an affirmative action hire for me, basically. I like to reach out to underprivileged white guys from Florida.
Hey, man, you looking at
this is a charity. This is a charity. Charity right off the year, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, you guys.
Thank you very much.
You guys have heard of Big Brother? It's a bit like that. Yeah.
Yo, Buck, I need some money, dog. What you doing with PHUX, man? Come on. With this
so we got John East asking right here, is it too late to claim?
There you go. All right. I don't know exactly what ground you guys have covered, Dylan, but if I repeat anything.
Go ahead.
Basically, PHUX is, as Dylan's probably told you, a DEX. It's free. We're giving it away to the community. We're giving it away to people that have supported us, but we're also giving it away to just average people. So I can tell you guys that we're doing this in a series of airdrops. I don't know exactly how many it's going to take, but maybe 10 might be a guess. We have the first one. We have the first one, which is a small one going on right now, but every week or so, we're going to do another airdrop. Next week, we're going to be airdropping a whole bunch of people, including 2 communities that have nothing to do with us. And yeah, basically we want all of you guys to come check it out. Now, PHUX is doing really well. It's got almost as much TVL as PulseX V2 in just a matter of a few days. It's actually been less than a week. We have a stable swap pool where you can trade stable coins, which is very important for some people who are doing arbitrages and things like that for 5 basis points. It's actually much better to trade there than it is on PulseX.
This guy, bro. This guy.
Yeah. No, I mean,
you're flooding my bags. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
No, you don't have anything to worry about us. Like if you're in PulseX, you're gonna get some free exposure to PHUX. So actually, we're a very good thing because PulseX doesn't do everything. Is the reality. And you'd rather I come and give you this than some third party run a sacrifice with something that does actually directly compete with PulseX.
I know who you're talking about.
No, you don't. You don't know.
Oh, okay. All right. Go ahead.
Don't assume you know who I'm talking about.
But, I got you.
But because actually such a thing doesn't exist. So like an example, this would be somebody who wants to fork Uniswap v3. Right, and has Uniswap v3 would have single-sided staking and a stable coin, stable swap pool. Right? That would be actually a threat to PulseX. I'm no threat because I'm giving this thing away, and you could basically hedge your position just by selling a tiny smidge of your PulseX and going and buying PHUX right now. So it's like. We're not a threat. We're the opposite of a threat in reality. But having said that, this thing's doing really, really well, better than I expected, and I'm really happy about it. There's obviously some pretty good whales backing us. People, even though it's only the first week, people thrown in a few $1 million of stable coins. Like we put about $1 million of stable coins into that pool, so the rest of it's coming from the community.
I'm looking at it right now about 5.1 million in the stable swap pool, which is impressive.
Yeah.
Wow. Hey man, I take my hat off to y'all, man, because y'all building, y'all launching stuff, bro. That's beautiful, man. I'm just happy you stuck with the community, dog, because you could have took all this elsewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like
we could have, and people criticize the sacrifice thing, and I get where that comes from.
Right.
But it's actually been a very powerful incentive for guys like us, right? I don't think I could have asked my partners to work their asses off for a year. What the fuck is he talking about?
Nah, man, I hear it. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So I don't think we could have incentivized my partners to work their asses off for a year on all the things that we're doing. If it weren't for that. And I think Pulsechain is going to be a lot richer for it. I think what Liquid Loans, Power City, hopefully guys like us and everybody else are bringing to Pulsechain is actually going to reinvigorate it in the coming months or so. So, if I have a reason to be hopeful right now, it's probably not coming from Richard at the moment, right? Richard seems to want to be sort of laissez-faire, kind of in the background. That seems to be his policy at the moment. And I think we can all understand why he's doing that. Which is fine, but I think things that are going to be catalysts for appreciation and price, which you guys are hoping for, are likely to kind of come from exogenous things like a better macro situation or kind of new speculation brought on by new products, new things, new concepts. So those are the endogenous things. So that's what we're bringing to the table.
Lovely, man. Now, wait, hold on. Before we go any further, Dylan's telling us we should hope for at least a 50x with Pulsechain. Buck, man, where you stand on that, dog? You thinking that shit too, man? You thinking that shit too?
I'm pretty sure Dylan's quoting me when he says that. So,
wow.
Yeah.
But you were bearish with Hex,
though. So like,
you were bearish with Hex though, right? Because people always tell me you were the guy in the Hex Telegram talking shit, hating.
Well, it depends on when, right? So like, I'm a professional investor, and professional investors don't get married to investments. We look at their valuations at every day, or whatever, depending on the investment, it might be once a quarter. But we look at their and we look at where they are, and we sort of say, is this thing overpriced or underpriced? You know, like the market is always trying to estimate what things are worth, but the market's often wrong. And with crypto, where a lot of things have absolutely no fundamental value, meaning they don't have cash flows attached to them, like Bitcoin or Hex or, you know, Litecoin or, you know, anything else, it's really hard to know, right? You have to estimate by sort of the size of the community and also just the general animal spirits of the community. So like how people feel about the product, right?
Right.
And that's why you see extreme volatility. This pisses off a lot of kind of, I don't know, kindergartners in this community, because to me this is very obvious, but like for most people this is you know, kind of common sense. You can like an asset 1 week and then a few months later think it's massively overpriced, right? And then hate it. But then people get pissed at you because they're like, well, why are you funding my bag? It's like, no. It's just, you know, the valuation changed. So my opinion on it's changed. So in the very beginning of Hex, Richard was literally telling us, don't ape in on day one, like multiple times. Right. And guess what everybody did? They aped in. Right. So yeah, I mean, we all dipped our toes a little bit, right?
Hey man, I aped it on Pulsechain and PulseX too, bro. Yeah. Facts.
Yeah. Okay. But you know, so like, yeah, I was there going, well, you know, we put in, I don't know, it was like $3 million, and the adoption amplifier was supposed to last, I don't know how many hundreds of days. Dylan, was it like 300?
365 days, sir.
Okay, 365 days. So it's like, okay, you know, you need like $1 billion to come into Hex. Every day to keep that valuation. Like it just didn't make sense. So, you know, I was saying, you know, well, he told us not to ape in and we all aped in, but the price is going to drop now. And this is even with all the FUD Dylan talked about, right? You know, like like people still aped in. And then, you know, sure enough, it dropped 97%, right? And in 30 days. Right. 30 days. And, you know, people were threatening Richard, and, you know, he had to like ban half the Telegram, including me. And of course. you can go read all this stuff. It's fun. But you know, then I became a fan of the valuation, right? So like you can go read the early transcripts of the Telegram, and you know, like around day 30, day 25, I'm saying, hey, you know, this thing might be worth around $10 million in market cap now. You know, like that's pretty low. Okay. You know, like for something that has a pretty decent sized community with a promoter who's pretty well known in crypto, that is some pretty good FUD, and a pretty low valuation. And maybe this is all deliberate, because I also recognized, you know, that there were inherently a lot of people that had thrown a lot of ETH at that adoption amplifier, and then like literally 5 days later, January 2020, Hex starts going up. And the rest is kind of history. So you know, that's the grown-up appropriate way to think about things. So right. Bringing that back to Pulse and PulseX, right? You know, Pulse is an L1. Similar, you know, we can compare ourselves to, you know, Phantom or AVAX or Matic. You know, I think is appropriate. You know, I think we're if you think of L1s as planets, right? You know, we're not Jupiter yet. Right. You know, we're like I don't know, like we might even be a planet yet, Dylan. What are we? Right. We're like Mercury,
an asteroid.
We're bigger than an asteroid, but we're like a Pluto.
Perhaps we're Pluto then.
Just say moon, bro. Just say moon. We're moon, guys, man. Come on, boys. That's a simple one. Yeah, I'm gonna fill you in on the blank on that one.
So Bitcoin's Jupiter, and Ethereum can be like Saturn or something. You know? So we're not one of these big gaseous planets. It's enormous. Planets, you know, to get to that status, it's gonna take us some time. So, but like that's a good idea of what your upside should be. If Jupiter were much bigger than it is, it would actually turn into a star, right? You know, so there's sort of limits on what you can do. In math and finance speak, we call this the law of large numbers. Basically, it tells you that you can't grow a lot faster than the rest of the economy exponentially, because otherwise you would soon become larger than the rest of the economy. So there's sort of a limit on the ceiling of things. And what this tells you is that the bigger something is, the harder and harder it gets for it to continue to grow at the same rate, at the same speed. And and Richard describes this to you guys as Bitcoin is too heavy, in his words. And I would agree. Bitcoin is very heavy. It's at a $500 billion market cap. If it 20x's, it's worth more than gold.
Right.
Gold's a pretty big thing. I'm sure a lot of you guys are wearing it right now. A lot of ancient cultures, the South Asians, for example, put all their wealth in it. Right. So it's been around for a really long time, 5 billion years, at least. So gold is quite a big thing, right? And for Bitcoin to be bigger than gold, that's quite a statement.
Got you.
And for us to go 10,000x, we'd actually have to be worth 10 trillion. Right. Now, I another way I can do this is in units of Florida, right? So we looked up the total GDP of Florida the other day, Dylan. Remember what it was?
Like 300 billion or something like this.
No, I think it was more than that.
That's too much. Hold on.
No, it's more than that. GDP of Florida is 1.4 trillion, right?
Okay.
So for us to be worth 10 trillion, we'd have to basically be worth 5 Floridas. There's a lot going on in Florida, right? 1.4 trillion is also roughly the GDP of Russia and Italy. For those of you guys that aren't familiar with Florida, right?
Got you. Yeah.
That's a lot of value.
Got you.
Right. So that's why 10,000x is hard.
So what would it take for you to think that, what would change your opinion on the X's that Pulsechain can do? What exactly would it take for you to, that moment you had with Hex where you're like, oh shit, this is valuable? What would it take for you to feel that way about Pulsechain?
Well, I mean, we've kind of been doing the right thing in the past the past months, in the sense that we've dropped a lot, right? So when things drop, things that I like drop in value, I actually like it.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too. So you like when people get shooken out?
Well, I mean, it's not so much to me about the people being shooken out. It's that, I'm just imagine you're at, where does Dylan like to shop? Target. Yeah. Imagine you're at Target looking to buy some Bud Light. And you're walking down the aisle, and you see Bud Light on sale, minus 90% discount, right? And you like Bud Light, like Dylan does.
Right, Dylan does. Oh shit.
Yeah. then you go okay, well that sounds great. I'm gonna buy some of that Bud Light. Everybody right now hates it, right? Now the problem with Bud Light is that beer is sort of perishable, right? It kind of you want it to be fresh, right? So you can't really hold it forever. But if that Bud Light were actually you think of it, it's just a commodity, right? It's a beer. Who the fuck cares? You could put another label on it. But if you could basically just hold on to that and then sell it later,
I'm just kidding.
You could make a lot of money off of that, or you could ship that beer to another country where they don't even know about this controversy, right? That would be the opportunity. But yeah, that's kind of what I need to see. So when prices drop, I about things that I like, I get interested, and when everybody's celebrating and high-fiving them each other, I'm usually running for the door, right?
Got you.
So that pisses people off, but it's kind of logical that you would do that.
Got you. So what would it take to get, say, a 300x in Pulse? Because I'm trying to understand this shit. Do we need more people to leave? What do we need?
Well, yeah. So it helps. So where your starting point is, which I guess is sort of the moral of what we've been talking about, right? So the starting point for Pulse was really that sacrifice value of, let's say, $1 billion roughly. I know that's an estimate, but it's not way off. And as we drop down, it gets easier to then go up again, right? And that sort of bootstraps you. So the reality is the day one sacrificers for Hex would have been better off just holding Ethereum the entire time, right?
Which is true.
You know, a lot of people don't know that. It's not something we advertise. What we advertise is if you bought the very bottom on day 30, which, you know, I was pretty close, I have to say. Then you did really well, right? So it matters when you buy, right, and at what price you buy, and that's true of all things.
So how do you not feel that? I mean, we're damn near 80% down with Pulse and PulseX.
Yeah, it's getting better.
So we'll call that what 22 days in to the Hex launch or something like that. I can go measure if I really wanted to, but you're never gonna catch the exact bottom. Stop trying to catch the exact bottom.
Yep.
So what do you think about the numbers that you see now?
Yeah, they're getting
80% down and everything is fantastic, my friend.
They're getting better, and you know, I bought a bunch a week ago.
Not because he wanted to. Don't let him fool you.
Not because I wanted, not because I wanted to, but because I had to. Yeah, I mean, no, they're getting better now, but you know, they might still go down again. You know, we're recovering now because there's been a
we're straight down for
no, it has nothing to do with us. It's just markets have recovered a little bit the last week.
Yeah,
you know, sure. Bitcoin's above 30 grand again, but you know, that's pretty normal. So yeah, no, as it goes down, I'm more attracted to it. Now what can go well beyond that? Because it's not just about that one thing. Yeah, we need community adoption. It's really helpful if the rest of crypto goes up. So if Bitcoin does a 10x, right, that makes it, you know, 10 times easier for us to go up, right? You know, so if Bitcoin's doing a 10x, I would be really sad if we weren't doing a 30x. And the reason for that was sort of what Dylan was alluding to earlier. You need to go out the risk curve. You know, Bitcoin is the kind of lower. It's still risky, but it's the kind of low risk crypto, right? It's got the kind of lowest beta or beta, depending on how you like to pronounce it, out of the crypto. So that means, you know, when Bitcoin's up, you know, a bit, usually it's going to drag the rest of the market up, but they're going to go up usually more in the kind of medium term, right? So if we go into a massive bull run with Bitcoin and Ethereum, that's going to drag everything else up. So that's one thing I'm looking for. And then there's just the specific things to the community, such as, you know, do we go get a whole bunch of people on board? Do we you know, suddenly have really good numbers to brag about? Do we get a lot of positive momentum? New projects, things like that. I think all that's coming at some point.
Okay.
So, you know, that's how we get there. But, you know, right now I compare us to sort of like a normal small L1, like a Phantom.
Gotcha.
And, you know, I think this cycle, a good target would be to kind of take out BSC, like if that, in terms of size, you know, and that's roughly a 50x, you know, so I think that's about as good as we can hope for. That's a really nice scenario, you know, to be honest. Like, you know, man. Yeah, BSC has a big head start. They have a big DEX behind them. You know,
the biggest DEX.
The biggest DEX.
The biggest centralized exchange. My bad.
You know, so but yeah, like there's nothing like a 50x is amazing. Like I will literally murder for a 50x. You know?
Hey man, I'll take it too. But
yeah,
come on, dog. Come
on. So talk to me, man. Look at this. Tell me, come on.
Yeah, this thing. This is you actually go to jail for advertising things this way. in the finance world. So I'll tell you what's misleading about all this, just to help you guys out. Right. So basically, the past is not a good indicator of future performance of anything, right? Those things you're seeing there with those amazing returns didn't start out at billion-dollar valuations. They're only getting to billion-dollar valuations now.
This one started out at a billion-dollar valuation.
I disagree with that.
No, go check it out, man. Binance started out.
I remember when BNB was under $4, and I had.
I mean, it was like 3 cents, at the low and shit like that. But don't get me wrong, like that BNB started out at $1 billion valuation and got up to a 5,000x.
Did it drop 99% or something first? Is that what happened? Because I'm not too familiar.
Find out more research on that. I'm just saying, if you want to hit up the BNB $1 billion number, I'm just letting you know BNB did start with $1 billion.
Okay, so let's do some math. So you're saying 527,000%. That started at $1 billion valuation. What's the math on that, buddy? That's like, it should be worth quadrillions.
I didn't say it hit $1 billion. I didn't say it hit 5,200x from $1 billion. It hit it from the all-time low. Okay, I'm just saying that's how everything is measured.
Your thing says ICO. Your thing says ICO to all-time high.
Look, I didn't make the sheet, so I'm not gonna say which way this whole sheet's made because I don't give. I get it. I see what you're saying.
This thing's really misleading.
There's flaws. There's flaws here. I haven't verified all this information from ICO
if it said all-time low to all-time high, then
correct. And I'm sure these are all.
Maybe that might make sense. But,
yeah, but I mean that's what I'm saying. This is obviously like not because ETH started at $3. I mean we could probably just do the math on this one alone.
I'm looking at it now. BNB raised $15 million in Bitcoin and Ethereum.
But that was the ICO, I'm sure. I'm sure
that
how
was
much
the
it was
ICO.
raised.
They raised $15 million.
But I'm just saying at launch, you know what I mean? It was $1 billion at launch.
The ICO was 15 million, right? So that's telling you that
that's the equivalent of our SAC, right?
That's which is saying I don't know what Binance got, what their portion of was, but that means the valuation was obviously considerably lower. Probably
founding team. They got 40% of the supply.
Yeah. Okay. So that means you're roughly looking at like a $30-40 million market cap, right? At the start, right? And it's gone to 50 billion, right? So that's an impressive performance. But like I said, a $40 million market cap is considerably lower than that. So. This thing, whoever made this is being really disingenuous, basically. But yeah, ETH is a good example. So yeah, ETH probably started out. How much? Do you know how much the ICO raised? Yeah, find out how much. We can do this for all of them, but the point is, most of these, like AVAX, for example, is $1 billion L1 now, right? So. None of these started at $1 billion and went up 10,000x. Like it's just not going to happen. And I don't even have to look it up because I just know, because 10,000 on $1 billion would be 10 trillion.
Yeah, right? I mean they're going to do the same thing.
There's no 10 trillion.
ETH raised $18 million.
And there's some team allocation, right? So there you go. So
ETH raised how much?
$18.3 million of Bitcoin.
I thought it was 80, but yeah, 18 sounds. I knew it was one of those.
That's impressively. Those are really impressive.
For back then, that was a lot of money too. So
yeah, it was.
Bro, man, y'all got motherfuckers talking crazy in our chat. What are y'all talking? Yo, RH Condas. yo. Y'all gonna make a lot of people do some crazy shit. All right, I'm not. I'm chilling. But honestly.
You guys brought it up.
I love this, guys. I really do, because this makes me even more bullish. This makes me want to sit on my back. This makes me crazy. Yo.
It's not gonna happen overnight.
Yeah. I'm dude. Like I don't know, man. We'll see.
Let me tell you why this is good news, guys. Why you should actually be happy about this. Like Bitcoin's gonna fucking struggle to do a 3x. If it does a 3x.
Yeah, we had that conversation.
Everybody in the world is going to be fucking over the moon happy, right? For
sure. Millionaires are in, and you just triple your money. Fantastic. Yeah.
They're going to be over the moon with that thing. So the people that actually want a 50x, which is actually a much bigger group of cohort of people in terms of value, like they're going to come to us because they know they can't get it there, right? Gotcha. So it's a bit like. If you're not getting it from your partner, then your partner's going to get it somewhere. It's kind of like that. So they don't have to like us. but they know that they can't get a 50x from Bitcoin or Ethereum at this point without something really weird happening. So you know, 50x is wonderful. So what I've been saying about large numbers is actually on our side. It's the reason we'll actually get people to come speculate on price performance on Pulsechain. And a 50x is excellent. And I want to say one more thing. The fact that we're down a bit from the sacrifice levels with PulseX, and we're roughly even, I think, with Pulse, is actually a really good result. I hate to say it, but no, I don't hate to say it, but I mean, like, it's actually a really good result because the rest of crypto's down, you know, 50, 70%. Broader markets are all down a ton, you know, because interest rates went up because of inflation. So we're actually doing really well, you know, relative to everything else. So in that context, you know, this is actually a wonderful result.
Bro, listen, dog. Buck, I love this stream. This was incredible. I can't wait to revisit this in 2 years. I cannot wait because it's gonna be interesting to see like how we are now versus how we are then. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think this was historic for the community. I appreciate y'all giving us y'all time. This is incredible. Shout out to everybody here. We got 180 live. Shout out to everybody in the chat. This is amazing, dog. ATX, man, what you think, bro? How you feel about this interview, man?
Like I said, guys, information's good. It depends on how you look at stuff, right? So at the end of the day, information is powerful. Emotions are brutal, right?
That's true.
And when you get your emotions involved, whether it's buying, selling, trading, getting your emotions involved and writing a message to a friend when you're angry, a family member when you're angry, if you're happy, it's all those things. Emotions typically don't lead you in good directions. Let me say that. Most of the time, everything is just information. It's how you're taking it in is how it's being perceived. So what we're doing right here in this whole conversation is gathering information, y'all. It's good to get all this information out there because at the end of the day, who knows what the heck is going to happen, right? Like, we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. Bro, like, we could just see another fucking whale come in out of nowhere who we've never seen before in our ecosystem and just pump it up, you know, higher than anything can anyone imagine. And that's possible. We don't know. But it's also possible that we might go lower. Do you have a plan in place if it does go lower, right? all those things are what we're doing here. So I appreciate y'all being on the stream. You know what I mean? I appreciate y'all sharing everything. People have made plenty of money already in the systems that you've had. I wish everything the best of luck for all that as well. And guys, we're so early in this new ecosystem. Like, just keep doing what you believe in. You know what I mean? If that means if a 50x and that doesn't do it for you and you got to come up with some more money, how can you get some more money? Right? Like, whatever the case may be. Because at the end of the day, man, a 50x, 100x, 1000x, that's life changing for a lot of people. And you know, we're here. We'll be the bulls on the PulseNation. We'll be here bringing the hope for everyone, keeping everyone's hope high. But at the same time, we're also realistic, man. I know I'm realistic. I came into this whole play, and you better be realistic with some shit like this, dude. This is your money you're talking about, y'all. Real freaking money, okay? This is no longer, we ain't playing with Monopoly money on a testnet no more, man. You know what I mean? So this is like real freaking money. What are you going to do? Because it's your freaking money. Right? Do you have a plan in place for when it does end up doing a 10x, 50x, 100x? Do you have a plan in place when you see 1000x? Do you have a moon bag left to the side? All those things are possible questions. So much love to Dylan, much love to Bug, much love to you, Wes, much love to every single one who came here with a nice little fun chat on this fun freaking Thursday. Guys, we're going to sign off this one. And Dylan, do you have anything to say for the folks?
Hey, you know, keep an eye out for the airdrops for PHUX. You know, join the Telegram. It's right there. Follow me on Twitter at BB_trippin without a G.
Gotcha.
You know, if you're based, you know what that stands for.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah, no, I got all of Dylan's social, Buck socials, the Fiat team, the Fatty team, all down in the description below. Feel free to go just copy, check it out so you can click it there, or just go on Twitter, type them in. You'll find them if you just type in Fiat. You know what I mean? You'll make sure you find the crew, the team. But guys, shout out to every single one who came in through here. Y'all are the real OGs. No matter what, at the end of the day, these are the wins. These are the people who win, man. We're day 41 in an ecosystem. Are you kidding me? Congratulations. Like, that is the people who freaking win.
We are all y'all are the winners here, gentlemen. We are definitely just getting started.
Facts, man.
Hey, man, I gotta go, man. I gotta apply for another job, yo. So I gotta make some more money and put it into the ecosystem. But y'all have a good one, man. Appreciate everybody being here, dog.
Hey, thanks for having us on, man.
Like, share, subscribe, belly button and all. Peace.
Take care, y'all.
Yeah, I'm ballin' in this bitch. Yeah. Money stay calling in this bitch.